Alright guys, well, this week's video is fairly uneventful. I'm trying to wrap up some things. It's hot right now, just crazy, ridiculously hot. But we just wanted to kind of update you on where Termite is and things that we're getting done. We were really excited the other day, found a video on YouTube about an event happening next summer in Ouray, Colorado, which we'd already been kind of tentatively planning a trip out west. So we're planning to go to Ouray next summer in Termite for the FSJ re-invasion. So it's just kind of a cool thing. So we have kind of a checklist of things that we are knocking out, not just for that trip, but for just in general things. We got the Speedo Gear. Speedometer is dead on, it's accurate. That'll be in this video. We had been still running a little bit warm on the temperature gauge. We, especially when we run the AC now. So I've had enough of the cooling system on this thing. So we finally just pulled the radiator, took it to our local Burkett's radiator shop. They boiled it out for us, and he called and he said it was absolutely disgusting with, he called it like dead growth, what basically was just from just a lack of maintenance, old antifreeze, running straight water. He said it was fairly clogged up. So, but he got it boiled out. He said it's nice and clean now. I still got to paint it back black and put that back in. So we're gonna be doing that this week. Gonna get it painted back black. We got a new clutch for the fan. Just figure, you know, it's not very expensive at all, so we're going to put that in, and also fix the issue where the fan was hitting the shroud. It's hitting it in one spot over on the side, so we're gonna. But if you saw how close the fan was to the shroud, it was just, I mean, just.
It's so, what you hear in the videos. Anytime yeah. Termite gets a little off.
Sometimes that means a broken motor mount, but we have new motor mounts in here with polyurethane bushings. I've checked over those. It's not a broken motor mount. It's just the fact that I mean, they were just so close. And so any flex in the frame or whatsoever was causing it to hit in that one little spot. So we're going to clearance all that and get that all fine. And then last but not least, we pulled the trigger and got, I don't know, spin it around, a winch. So we got a winch for Termite. We've been watching these winches. I've had a Badland winch before, and I mean, it did fine. This is the Apex. I've been watching these winches now for a couple of years, and everybody seems to like them. They seem to do very well. This past weekend, Harbor Freight had a Father's Day coupon, 20% off any item. Usually that doesn't work on winches, but it didn't say it didn't work in the fine print. So we went over there, grabbed one. The guy at the register didn't even think it was gonna work, but he scanned it and it knocked like 120 bucks off of it. So we went out the door with this thing, tax and everything, for like just over 500 bucks, like $513 or something. So you can't beat that for a 12,000 pound winch with synthetic rope and wireless remote, all that good stuff. So here pretty soon we're going to be building a winch mount to go right here on Termite. And just like with the back, want to still utilize the factory bumper. Just going to build the winch where it was set here.
We had been wanting to get a winch for a long time because we most often are in the woods by ourselves.
We're by ourselves.
And so this is kind of like, you know, it's an insurance policy.
And then coming up in August, we're going to be going up to the Ozarks and doing some of the Ozark Overland Adventure Trail. And so, you know, may or may not have company with us on that. So we just wanted to make sure that if we got somewhere and got in a bind, we would at least have that little bit of insurance. Other than that, AC's doing good, the gear's doing good. Everything else is fine. We're just kind of knocking out just these little things that are on Termite that just need to be done. We're gonna be working on the hitch real soon, getting that built, because we're just maxed on the inside with there's no room for like an ice chest or anything with all of our stuff when you got kids and all that stuff. So we have our little rack that slides into a hitch, so we want to still be able to use that. So we're going to be building the hitch soon. We got a new steering link install. Slapped that in the other day before we went to DeSoto. On the last video, we had slapped that in real quick. We had ordered it back when we did the gears, but it was on back order and finally came in. So she steers better. Runs
I'd say the only thing we have left really to do is the overhead console thing.
Yeah, we still want to get the seats and the overhead console working. That's an electrical thing. We're also going to be replacing the muffler here within the next week or so. I know we like the way Termite sounds.
We know some of y'all do too.
A lot of people like the way Termite sounds. We get a lot of compliments on it. But it is loud. In person, it's loud.
And inside the vehicle,
but we're fine with that. Yeah,
is loud.
But now that we're on the highway and our RPMs are up higher, the drone is aggravating.
We're having to like really talk over it.
So we're going to be going down to a Dynamax Super Turbo. I've run those before. They still have a good sound to them, but not the drone and tone at highway speed. So we're going to be replacing the muffler on old Termite here probably within the next week. So maybe next video you'll hear some sound.
We'll do some sound comparisons before we take it off so y'all can see. But
it sounds great. It's just at that highway speed now going down the road, it's right where we're sitting. It's just a drone inside the cab. So that's something we got going on. So we're just trying to knock out just some little things, get some things done before August, and then throughout the wintertime, you know, getting ready for a year from now. Lord willing and the creek don't rise, as they say. We'll be heading out to Ouray, Colorado and doing some stuff out there in old Termite. So, all right, guys, we got our new gear in. This is our old gear. It was you can kind of see the 2 and the 6 in there. Bit of focus. Inside those circles is a 2 in the first one, 6 in the second one, 26 tooth. We had 272 gears. That's the factory one in there. We have gone to 32-inch tires and 354 gears, and our speedometer was roughly 10 mile an hour, give or take a little bit fast. It was about 5 mile an hour slow before we did the gear swap. Now, one of the things that they tell you to do is when you're measuring your tires, to don't go by what the number on the, like these are 32-inch tires, but they tell you to go to actually measure it to where it's setting at. What's your overall run out of the tire? So these actually set somewhere with the load on, you know, fully loaded with the weight of the vehicle, about 30.5. So that's the actual number that you want to go with, is to measure tire height there. Quadratech was the website I used, but there was many other websites that had similar charts that just have a simple graph that have actual tire height combined with the gear and tells you what Speedo gear you need to go with. So with this, I went with a 32 tooth. You can see the 32 there. That's what we went with. If you have the Wagoneer, you're gonna need the long shank, 93, I think it is, and up. A lot of those have the short shank. Make sure you get the long shank if you have the 727. But I actually think, don't quote me on this 100%, but I think all Wagoneers use the same, but I could be completely wrong on that. I found this one from a guy on eBay. This is his card, and it's actually right over in Shreveport, so not far at all from us. So I ordered this on Friday morning and it came in Monday. So got it really quick, very reasonable price. I think this 32, it comes with the O-ring and the inner gasket as well.
was like, I don't know, man, it was like 25, 26 bucks. So not bad at all. So I'm gonna swap this in. And the last thing you wanna look at is, again, clocking according to the number. This is where it was before, 26 to 31, because we had a 26 tooth. I went to a 32, so now I'll have to rotate this and clock it. My tabs will need to go into that, to 32 to 38. And you'll see how this is offset. Well, all that is doing is, I'll just show you here. It's kind of like setting backlash on a differential. It's just moving that speedometer gear closer and further away from the gear inside the transmission. Obviously, the 32 is going to be bigger. So if I tried to put it in with the original 26 to 31 clocking, it wouldn't want to go. The gear would want to hit. So when you clock it, it gives you that little bit more room out that allows the gear to be able to engage. So that's very important. Just make sure you clock that whenever you swap it out. So I went by the chart. So I'm going to get this put in, and Andrew's going to get in with me. We're going to get the GPS going, and we're going to go see how accurate this actually is.
No, I got it.
Tell me when that app's on 40.
Right now.
Right now?
Yeah, 41, 42.
Dead on right there.
43.
Tell me when you hit 50.
Right now.
Hey, that's dead on.
Dead on?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay!
That's it for this week, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Give us a like and subscribe as always. Continue sharing this with your friends, and we're like at 269 followers or something like that. So I mean, we're a pretty big deal on YouTube. But no, we really appreciate everybody that watches, man, and comments. We enjoy talking back with you guys and just shooting the bull and stuff like that. So anyway, see you guys next week. We're gonna be starting real soon on the hitch for the back, because we have finally found. Don't want to say nothing about that? Okay.
Gotta have some surprises.